So you're looking to get a Volkswagen Jetta, but you do a lot of highway driving and you'd like to know what sort of numbers you can realistically see for miles per gallon. Or maybe you just need a smaller car for your commute and you're trying to find the best bang for your buck. Well, look no further, because today we're going to go out and run the highway fuel economy test on this 2021 Volkswagen Jetta. Before we get started, let's hop out and take a quick look at it. This premium little sedan, Jetta SEL with the R-Line appearance package, I actually quite liked driving this thing around this week. It's pretty refined for being a smaller type of car like this. It has all sorts of premium features, including a decent adaptive cruise control and ventilated front seats. So if you want to see more on the Jetta, check the links in the description. We've got a DM test drive, and we actually have a Beats audio test of the last Jetta GLI that we had. And I'm going to be shooting a members only custom songs review for this sound system. So if you want to see that one, sign up, become a Daily Motor member, and you get to actually request songs for us to test on these systems. So why do we do this test? Well, the EPA's highway fuel economy test, which gives this Jetta 39 miles per gallon with the automatic transmission, that test only averages 48 miles per hour. And we know there are people who take their cars on long road trips and want to know what sort of numbers they can realistically expect in the real world. Not only that, but German cars tend to do quite well at these higher speed, steady state fuel economy tests. Probably something to do with the fact that they're made for cruising on the Autobahn. So it's cool to take these out in the real world and see what sort of numbers we get at 70 rather than the EPA's lower figures. So in order to do that, we're heading on over to the gas station here. We're going to fill up, head out and do 100 miles, 50 miles one way, 50 miles back. Then we're going to come back to the same gas pump and fill up again and see what sort of result we get. A few things to note for today. Tire pressures have been set to their door placard 36 psi cold, and the outside temperature today is 68 degrees Fahrenheit. So not the warmest day we've ever tested on, but still something to note. We are going to be setting the climate control to 73 degrees auto. Now yes, this will use the air conditioner, but in the real world, people got to stay cool, and if we didn't, I would roast in here. So let's hop out and fill it up. I hate when cars have the little fuel tank button right here. You got to actually pull that, especially when it's all the way over on the other side of the car, because when you get out, you go there, you realize you forgot to open it, and you got to come back. If you own the car, it's probably not the end of the world, but yeah, unnecessary in my book. 1.16 gallons going in for our initial fill. Before we actually start the engine, we're going to turn the car in accessory mode, reset our GPS, and reset our trip computer. And put the car into eco mode, set our climate to 73 degrees auto, and we're ready to begin. We're going to head on over to the highway. It's about half a mile away, and pick up the test from there. The goal of this test isn't to hypermile, but rather to drive smoothly and efficiently as one might on a steady state road trip. So in order to do that, we're going to get up to highway speeds at a relatively clippy pace here. Push this 1.4 liter a little bit to get it up to speed. And then we're going to set our cruise control at a GPS indicated 72 miles per hour. This should allow us to average about 70 over the course of the test. Upon initial impression, as small cars go, I'm actually decently impressed by this Jetta. Still, it's not the quietest in terms of wind noise and road noise, but very comfortable, very refined mixture of floaty and smooth ride. So I think this will be a good test. We're going to catch up on with you at the end. In the meantime, enjoy this time lapse of the entire trip. Coming into the end of the highway fuel economy test here in the VW Jetta, getting an astounding 51 miles per gallon on the dash readout. Unfortunately, we have averaged a little lower speed than I would like. We're at 68 miles per hour. There was a bit of a slowdown just coming into the end of the test here, and just various slowdowns. It's kind of my own fault. I shouldn't have run this test so late in the day. So take that number with a little bit of a grain of salt that we didn't average quite as high of a speed as most of these tests, and
police reported ahead.
There's the police up there. And we probably drafted more than I would like as well for this test. Either way, to be getting 12 miles per gallon above the EPA estimate is really darn good. So I'm looking forward to see what we actually pull at the pump. Other highway observations, this thing is nice and smooth. If you don't want to spend a bunch of money to get a very efficient, comfortable highway cruiser, the Jetta is great. Not only that, but for the compact sedan class, this beats audio systems not too bad either. Not outstanding, but comparatively for this price point, really not too bad. Just want to take it nice and easy back to the same gas pump and fill up and see what we get. 108.5 miles done. Let's hop out and fill it up. We ended up putting in a total of 2.289 gallons into this thing. So 108.5 divided by 2.289 is giving us 47.46 miles per gallon. So that is going to round down to 47 miles per gallon. Still a really incredible figure from this car. Not a hybrid, nothing special, no CVT, anything like that, but just good, solid engineering. Jetta has a 13.5 gallon fuel tank, so 13.5 times 47 is giving you an effective highway cruising range of 630 miles at 70 miles per hour. Like I said, a great highway cruiser for the price. So thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. If you want to see more on the 2021 Jetta, check the links in the description for our full review. And if you want to see more on the Jetta in general, we've got that GLI review from last year as well. And we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from Daily Motor, and as always, drive on.